Speaking of hot takes and things, should we talk about this week in Twitter? I can go through it.
Sure.
Okay, cool. We are going to go through in chronological order, starting on Friday the 18th. Elon tweeted out, new Twitter policy is freedom of speech, but not freedom of reach. Negative/hate tweets will be max deboosted and also demonetized. Elon clarified that this applies to the individual tweet, not the account. And what is a negative tweet, question mark, was asked. And it doesn't 100% seem like anyone can really answer that.
Right. So basically, it's exactly the same problem that we've had with Twitter all this time.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
There is, Twitter did have some stuff that defined hate speech, and he has not changed that. So maybe that's what they're using. This is a guess completely out of the air from me. I have no reason to actually believe this. Maybe that's what they're using. I don't know. Another option is that they're using nothing and this system doesn't exist, which is, I think, is what's more real, because he didn't say, it said new Twitter policy is this thing. It doesn't say that the tools to do this have been made and are being used. And I suspect that they have not been made and are not being used.
Got it.
But I don't know. Saturday the 19th, Elon reinstates...
Can I hold on. So, I'm so sorry. Can I jump in for a second here?
Absolutely.
So the whole freedom of reach thing.
Yes.
And suppressing...
So I don't think it's... Someone asked in Flowplane chat, and I think this is where you're going as well. I don't think this is shadow banning.
Well, I mean, it's shadow suppressing... I think it's
as close to shadow banning as you can get.
Without just saying shadow banning.
Pretty much. Like, I think you could go to this person's... My guesstimation is you could go to this person's account and see it, which means it's not shadow banned.
Yeah, well, I mean...
But I think it's just not going to be promoted on the home feed.
Well, yeah, but if it's algorithmically suppressed, isn't that exactly what many of the groups who were so happy about Elon taking over have been mad about on other platforms?
Yep.
Algorithmically suppressing what they're saying. So then we all agree that that's bad and that there should be... you know what? I don't know. I just can't anymore.
It's at the very least not what he was theoretically coming in for, right? But yeah. Anyways, Saturday the 19th, immediately after that, he says he's reinstating a number of prominent suspended accounts along with Trump's after 15 million users voted on a Twitter poll with 51.8% voting yes and 48.2% voting no. Elon claims 134 million of Twitter's nearly 400 million users have seen this poll. Democracy. Okay. Sunday was the Sabbath. Nothing happened on Sunday.
There is something that's not in here that
There's many things
don't know too much about. There was a whole thing with like there was a whole thing discussing like child exploitation hashtags or something like that. I don't know enough about it because
there was the stuff that went down with Balenciaga that I know enough about to talk outside of Doc.
Yeah, that we can talk about a little bit later. But no, this was a separate thing. It was like hashtags that are apparently used for sharing compromising material. And Twitter for a long time had not done enough to block those hashtags from being
they've
used,
actually done stuff about
and
it
have
now,
actually
right?
done something about it now. So I want to make sure that in all of this chaos, we recognize things that at least seem to be going well as well.
Yeah, so I heard about that during the reading about the Balenciaga thing that went down. And so yeah, that is actually that's fantastic. The fact that is something that I hated about Twitter in the past was that they were just like openly refusing to deal with obvious pedophilia on the platform.
Yep.
Which is just ridiculous and unacceptable. And now it has been dealt with, which is great. At least somewhat, right? At least somewhat.
I mean, to say it's dealt with, I think is
too much of a
pretty optimistic.
Yeah. But at least some amount of step has been done to make it not as bad as it was. I'll say that much. Monday, the 21st, Elon delays relaunch of Blue Verified, previously set for November 29th, until there is high confidence of stopping impersonation. Mentions using different colored check marks.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Wednesday, the 23rd, Buddy tweets another poll asking if Twitter should offer general amnesty to suspended accounts. 3 million votes, 72.4% saying yes, 27.6% saying No, it's interesting that he's tweeting it and it's not a poll that the platform is sending out, because I wonder what the demographics following Elon are. Moving forward, Friday the 25th, Elon tweets, what he's now calling verified is tentatively set to launch Friday, December 2nd, now with fun new colors. Companies get gold, government representatives get gray, individuals get blue, and can also have a secondary tiny logo, whatever that means, showing that they belong to an org. All verified accounts will be manually authenticated before check activates. Have fun sending your personal identification to Twitter. That is already something you had to do, but still. Also, if Apple/Google boots Twitter from their app stores, Elon will just make a phone.
What? Yeah,
nice.
that went really well for the Zuck.
Cool. Discussion question. Can any social media platform owned by a private corporation really be a town square? Or do we need a, almost certainly worse, government-owned platform? I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. I have said that before too.
No.
There's problems across the board.
It has to be decentralized, and it has to actually be outside of any individual's control, at which point it will turn into a cluster. And
basically, it doesn't work. We should all abandon social media. Nice.
Wow, I thought I was going to be the one with the hot takes today.
I hate it all.
You just won. Nice. You just won the hot take Olympics.
Yeah. As much as Mastodon is not going to work, Mastodon's idea of joining servers, I think, is and like Facebook's thing where you theoretically just interact with people in your friends group, Google's old thing where you theoretically only interacted with people in your circles, stuff like that. I think that's the only form that is really going to work. Mastodon, to be very clear, tons of massive issues. I saw some people tweeting out recently like, I wish people didn't talk down on Mastodon being hard to use, because it's not that hard to use and people should use it so we can get off of Twitter. Yeah, if you join someone's server thing, as weird as that is, they can read all of your personal messages, by the way. Hope you knew that. There's lots of problems with Mastodon. It's garbage. Don't use it, in my opinion. That is entirely just my opinion.
Wow. He's spicy today.
They all suck. They're all terrible. Just because Twitter is up in fire doesn't mean the rest aren't on fire as well. Okay? Come on. Ugh. We don't need this type of thing. People act like the only possible way you can get news in the modern era is to look on Twitter. That is not true. There is lots of other ways that it can work, including Reddit, which has been around this whole time. You think people don't get news on Reddit? Are you crazy? You think Reddit isn't fast as heck?
Would you have ever, in 1,000 years, imagined yourself saying,
no,
Reddit will be our savior?
We did it, Reddit. It's better than Twitter. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
We don't need Twitter. It is not a requirement. Just because you can't get off it doesn't mean that we need it. Okay?